Now, it is my honor to introduce our first awardee, a man who has helped America and its service people. Dr. William Winkenwerder served as Assistant Secretary of Defense for Health Affairs for the first 6 years of the wars in Iraq and Afghanistan. He recently moved to Pittsburgh because he became CEO of Highmark. Now, I know Bill personally, and he is both a terrific leader and a very good human being. So he is tonight's VLP National Defense Leader of the Year, and please watch the video.
Prior to working at the Department of Defense and serving as Assistant Secretary of Defense for Health Affairs, I was with Blue Cross Blue Shield of Massachusetts and had the opportunity, was given an offer to serve in the position during the summer of 2001. It seemed like a great challenge, very interesting opportunity, and a great opportunity to serve my country. And that's what led me to take the position. My first day of work was about 10 days after 9/11. I found myself with the charge to take care of the healthcare needs for the entire United States military. So that was a very daunting thought and challenge, especially since I had no prior military experience. I was brought in as a civilian leader, working as an appointee of George W. Bush and working for then Secretary Donald Rumsfeld. So early on in that first few months, it was really a lot of focus around terrorist attacks, attacks with biological or other kinds of weapons, and how we would defend against that. And so we immediately were beginning to try to ramp up vaccination programs, which did subsequently come into play and were very important in protecting our troops. When our medical people deploy with the troops, they have a joint operation. It's not an Army operation or a Navy operation, it's a joint operation. And that sharing of information, resources, techniques really leads to things like, for example, the whole concept which we perfected during this last war of being able to transport seriously injured people in the battlefield and to get them stabilized and to have them moved onto planes and transported back to Germany, back to the United States within 48 hours so that they could get state-of-the-art care here in the United States. And that whole process saved a lot of lives, no doubt about it. Well, as some people may recall, there was the Walter Reed Army Hospital and the Bethesda Naval Hospital. And under my leadership and with my team, we felt that the best approach for the future was to combine those two institutions because there was duplication of service, and we needed a new major hundreds of millions of dollars in capital investment for each of the institutions. It made more sense to come together despite the cultural differences between the Army and Navy, and that should not be underestimated. There was a lot of resistance, but we put together a plan, and then there was a $2 billion budget to spend to build not only that new Walter Reed National Military Medical Center, but also a combined facility in San Antonio, which combined their Brooke Army and Wilford Hall and created a new single center there. So I feel great about that because I know that it resulted in an improved set of facilities, world-class for our military and their families, and that's what they deserve. I stepped down from my work at the Department of Defense in 2007 after serving there for 6 years, and then I founded my own healthcare consulting firm between 2007 and 2012. But when Highmark came calling, that was just an opportunity I couldn't turn down. I took the job because this was a great company and this was a terrific opportunity to lead a great company. And so I was excited about who Highmark is, what its opportunities are for the future, and the company already had a reputation that is national. And the thought of being able to lead a great company like that really energized me. So I was delighted to be asked to consider the position and then ultimately to be offered the job. And so I'm just pleased to be here, look forward to working with people.
is now my honor this evening to present the 2012 National Defense Leader of the Year Award to Dr. Bill Winkenwerder.
Glenn, thank you so much. That's just way over the top, and I'm really, really honored to accept this award. It's a great award, and I'm also very delighted to be here in Pittsburgh. And as you know from just seeing that, was involved in a few combat missions, or at least around supporting the combat missions, so it's great to join Highmark and get into new combat missions here in Pittsburgh. But seriously, it's been great, and while I am settling in with my family and learning about everything that the city has to offer, what I've enjoyed most is getting to know the people and the local organizations that have a meaningful impact on the lives of the community. And clearly, the Veterans Leadership Program is one of those very special organizations. The assistance that they provide to our veterans is invaluable, from job training to help with temporary and permanent housing needs. Their support, as you heard in the testimony of the Marine that spoke earlier, their support and resources fill a critical need for helping thousands of our veterans. It's important to note that the work of the Veterans Leadership Program will be tested further in the months and years ahead. And that's because as more of our troops return from deployment, more and more the need for services will continue to grow. The situation is especially challenging here in southwestern Pennsylvania because we are home to more than 260,000 veterans and their families. And this is one of the largest concentrations of veterans in the country. It's something this area should be very proud of. Having said that, it creates a greater responsibility to take care of our veterans. Like all of you here this evening, Highmark has a deep respect for the men and women of the military, and we employ many veterans and their family members throughout the country and throughout our company. We have a diverse workforce, more than 20,000 employees who are employed here in Pennsylvania, but all over the country. And we're committed to maintaining a corporate culture where all individuals can feel that their contributions and their service is valued. And we're very pleased that we've been recognized for our efforts in furthering the employment of people with disabilities. And in addition to providing employment opportunities, Highmark's commitment to veterans has also been evident through our participation in community events. For example, last year, when the Paralyzed Veterans of America and the U.S. Department of Veterans Affairs chose Pittsburgh to host the National Veterans Wheelchair Games, it was something that we wanted to support at Highmark, both financially and through our employees volunteering their time. The Wheelchair Games is a sport and a rehabilitation program together for military service veterans who use wheelchairs, and it's the largest event of its kind in the world. For all of us at Highmark, it was a great week, and we're proud to say that our company supplied the largest number of employees, largest number of volunteers, that is, 350 Highmark employees aided in facilitating the games, transporting athletes, and creating a lot of excitement as the fans of the athletes. The event was built around the theme, "Where Heroes Become Legends." I believe we can continue that same theme this evening because when you meet Al Mercer and the staff at the Veterans Leadership Program, you can see firsthand that they're heroes as well. Let me just say on behalf of everyone at Highmark, I'd like to extend our congratulations to Al and his team for celebrating 30 years of outstanding service to our veterans and their families. And finally, let me just say thank you again for this wonderful honor. I'm truly humbled to receive it,
and let's enjoy the rest of the evening. Thank you.